Hey guys, Blake here from Into Mobile, and today we're going to take a quick hardware tour at the new Samsung Galaxy S3. So we just got this in and we have been playing around with it for a little while, and so far we're really liking it. There's a lot of optimizations that have happened in the software side, so we're going to save that for another video, but we're just going to jump right into the hardware specs of the phone. As you might notice right here, we have a very nice 4.8-inch Super AMOLED HD display. It's a 720p resolution, and it's pretty much the same the same display technology that you'll find in the Galaxy Nexus, but we have heard that it has been optimized further for the Galaxy S3. Other than that, we have up on top, we have the proximity and ambient light sensor, as well as the 1.9 megapixel camera for video chatting, and it also will come in handy for a Smart Stay feature, which we'll get into later, the software section. And below we have a dedicated home key, which is the first time any of the US variants have actually received the home key. Previous models have been reconfigured just to have 4 capacitive buttons, and on the left and right side there is I'm not sure if you can see them right now. There is a capacitive menu, and there we go, capacitive menu and back key. Let's see if we can get a little darker light. The choice to actually switch from physical and capacitive, it's an interesting one. It doesn't necessarily do anything bad to the phone, but it's definitely interesting, especially if you're coming from a device of like the Galaxy Nexus, which just has on-screen buttons. It's not much of a problem. As far as the functions of these keys, is the home button will obviously take you home. Holding down will make you go to your multitasking menu, where you can swipe applications away, and then double tapping will bring you to S Voice. Hi Galaxy.
I'm not sure what you mean by voice. Hi Galaxy.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, well there's that. Alright, so that's what the home button does. Holding down, tapping on the menu button will bring the contextual menu menus up. Holding down on it will open up the search box. And there's no double features for the back button. It will just take you back. Alright, so enough of the front. Let's go along the sides. On this side, we have a very small volume rocker. It has a nice tick to it. Not flush with the device, as you can see. Actually very clickable. And then over on this side, we have the power lock switch, is what we're very much used to seeing on most Samsung devices at this point anyway. Over at the bottom, we have the tiny little microphone hole and the micro USB charging port. And then on the top, we have a 3.5mm headphone jack. And on the back we've heard a lot of complaints about, just because the shiny, smooth plastic is.
Screen edit page open.
Let's turn that off.
Workspace 3 of 7.
Alright, we'll get in that in a second. Other than that, the backing of the device is shiny and plasticky, but it's actually not as bad as you're actually going to imagine it will be until you have it in your hands. The shiny plastic is, thanks to the hyperglaze, that is what Samsung is calling it. It's nice and smooth. The white version won't pick up as many hand or fingerprints as you probably will on the blue version, but it's still going to come down to personal preference, and within this little time that I've actually had the device, it's already grown on me a lot. Of course, you got the Galaxy S3 and the AT&T logos, because this is obviously the AT&T version. And right here we have an 8 megapixel camera right alongside the LED flash and the speaker grill. Kind of like how they're all in a row. Adds a bit of symmetry we haven't really seen on a lot of phones. Usually speaker grills right down here. So yeah, and internally, let's switch it up to the internals. Internally, instead of the Exynos processor, that was the quad-core Samsung-made processor, the US and Canadian versions will be rocking the dual-core Snapdragon S4 processor, and it is definitely a fast processor, and it supports LTE at the moment, so we can understand why they switched it up. And judging how we've dealt with the AT&T One X, we know that the processor is no chump, so that's something you don't really have to worry about. Inside, we also have 2 gigs of RAM, which is awesome, unnecessarily awesome, we would suppose. And what else? We also have, let's dig into the back. I believe this is the 16 gigabyte model, and there is a micro SD card slot, so you can expand that further. And in the back, we have a 2100 milliamp battery. It should give you a pretty decent amount of juice within the for the phone. Then again, if you crank the phone up too high with all the radios going and the nice display at full brightness, you're probably going to kill it really fast, but you should know that by now. It's a smartphone. Other right here, we have SIM card slot, everything you've seen before. Overall, this is the little time we've had. We're really liking the phone, and we'll have a full review up for you soon, and stay tuned for the software review. Alright, thanks for watching.